What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my crypto journey. Of course, my name is Rodney. Do me a favor, smash that like button if you like Cronos and Tectonic content. And it's been a while since I put out a Tectonic or Cronos chain video, but I try to get maybe a couple a week with these videos just because there's not a lot going on. Now, of course, you saw the thumbnail and the title is Tectonic still worth it right now? Well, nothing has really changed right now in the cryptocurrency kind of world. Really, I mean, things are kind of trading sideways. I do expect more pain. That's why I haven't really added to my Crow chain wallet. Right now, I still only hold Tectonic and a little bit of just Crow. So I'm looking to buy VVS Finance and, of course, maybe a meme coin, probably Troll coin or another meme coin in the space, just because I want to diversify on the Crow chain. Now, is Tectonic still worth it? Well, I mean, it depends what you think of the project. Now, just because there's not as much hype as there was maybe a couple of months ago, if you look at the price action the last month, you can see we've had some pretty volatile action. Of course, this came after the broad cryptocurrency market regulations, which is going to dump everything in the cryptocurrency market. We saw a nice little pump and a pullback. But we do see, Tectonic kind of holding this 20 million market cap spot, which I really like. Now, I think it is still worth it. I mean, the thing is, like, no one really knows. Like influencers, we don't really know. No one really knows the future of this project. In fact, I don't know any of these devs, or the only person I really know of who's representing the project is, his name is Agent 000T, who's a Tectonic ambassador. I don't think he has a YouTube channel. I'm not sure, actually. Maybe he does. No, it looks like he just holds these Twitter live spaces. And I'll put a link to these Twitter live spaces every Tuesday called Tech Tuesday. And so a lot of people are going to be going into these live spaces if you want like kind of up to date, day by day, pretty much use case by use case updates, just because this person's an actual ambassador, right? A Tectonic chose him. So if there's any information that's going to be good, I would go ahead and check out this Twitter live space. I've jumped in a few of them. I haven't been live for any of them, but I ended up watching the record or listening to the recording. So they're pretty good, keeps you up to date in those sorts of things, but it all depends on what you think of this project. Now, like I said, it's all a speculative play for me. Like I said, I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but it looks like a juicy market cap. I see momentum in the Crow chain, even though a lot of people disagree with me. I think that the Crow chain is going to pop during the next bull run. And I do see space for a project like Tectonic to really grow and achieve something like a $100 million market cap, or maybe a $500 million, or maybe possibly even $1 billion market cap in a bull run. I've seen crazier things, way crazier things happen, and I don't think it's out of the ordinary for this to happen. So if you want to check out those live spaces, again, I'll put it in the description down below. Now, we had an update on March 1st and March 3rd about the Tectonic Cruiser. So pretty much their NFT programs, you stake them and get rewards and those sort of things. I'm not a big, I'm not a big fan of using the actual protocol. I like to buy the project, hold it. I'm an investor and see what happens. But if you like staking and those sort of things, feel free to join in. Lots of rewards, especially when the market starts to run. Like staking and rewards are nice when the market starts to run. Like I said, I think we'll have another big pullback before we see some more positive price action. Now, let's talk about Cronos. Now, the price of crypto.com, has been okay the last month. I mean, trading sideways for the most part, holding, 7-8 cents, not really doing much. Market cap still at a $1.7 billion market cap. And what I've liked from Cronos and crypto.com in general is that, like I said before, they've kind of just stayed out of the news, which is good. I mean, there's been a lot of coordinated attacks on Binance. Seems like Binance is okay, but still, it's good that they're out of the news, and no news is better than any news, I think, at this point, right? Or good or bad news, right? As for crypto.com, crypto.com, Twitter's not really doing much. I mean, they're posting every day, but nothing crazy noted, or excuse me, not noted, but anything crazy important, right? Noted. But I do want to talk about the UFC and crypto.com, and people don't think it's a big deal, but the UFC is 24/7, not 24/7, but it's 365 days out of the year, which pretty much means it runs all year long. I mean, there's never a season. They have events like usually every week. It's kind of crazy. And I love to see crypto.com as one of the main sponsors of something like the UFC. I think the UFC in about 10 to 15 years is going to be the biggest sport. I know it sounds crazy. I know people like football, baseball, but man, prize fighting, there's something about watching, two grown men or two women go in the cage and battle it out. And boxing's a thing and those sorts of things, but MMA is all martial arts. It's mixed martial arts. So it's very, very important when it comes to fighting. It's like the truest form of fighting. And the fact that crypto.com is still partnered with the UFC, and it looks like the partnership is still going to be a thing years down the road, I just love the trajectory of crypto.com and the UFC growing together. And I think it's a really, really huge deal. If you didn't watch the fights this weekend, a lot of new champions were crowned. John Jones came back after a long layoff in a division he never fought in and beat the #1 contender, Alexa Grasso, the second, I think, Mexican champion, third Mexican champion, Brandon Moreno. We have he just fought at featherweight, Alex Rodriguez. I think it's Rodriguez. And then of course we have the other guy. Man, I'm skipping out of the names, but the 3 Mexican champions, right? Flyweight. We have, of course, women's flyweight, and then we have the men's featherweight. So that's good for Mexico, and it's good to see a lot of things happening in the UFC. Like, what I like about the UFC is that it has shown steady growth. Like, they've been like pretty much on the verge of bankruptcy, and Dana White, who's the CEO, maybe he's not the best person, but I mean, when it comes to a savvy businessman, you want this guy involved with any of your companies, because he's shown that he can really make companies thrive. And I love the fact that they have this partnership. I'm a huge fan of it. I know, like the Staples Center, not a big deal in my opinion. I still have this as their background, but UFC is a huge partnership. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Not a lot going on, but if you want really good up-to-date information from an ambassador that's actually sponsored by Tectonic, got to check out Agent 007. Again, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Peace.